Hey guys, before I get into this live stream, it's not about delusion. It's not about Adam Edwards. It's not about futures. It's not about betting. I was praying to God last night, trying to get some answers, and I feel like I have the answer that I needed. My role is to reveal revelation, either before an event, during it, or after it, or sometimes before, during, and after. This ain't about me. This ain't about my Man City code. It's not about me finding stuff for Arsenal. It's not about my Palace not to lose today. It's not about that. Not about any of that. This code, guys, let's think about this. Let's break this down carefully about what I'm doing now through the Holy Spirit. There's billions of people around the world that are worshiping false idols. Billions. Young kids, grown men, grown women, all right, whole families, worshiping false idols, unaware of the code, like completely oblivious to it. I'm revealing it, and that's my role. I will keep revealing it. My role's now, it's not to support gambling addicts. It's not to put in-play codes just so people can win money or cover themselves. They have to figure that out themselves if they want to go down that route. I'll no longer fight with anyone. I'm not going to say, well, I said this team and I called that team and I didn't say that. I'm not going to. Ain't about me. The truth's no competition. I'm about revealing it. I have the gift to reveal. I have the gift of the gab. I have the passion. I have the knowledge. I ain't going to stop. The devil wants me to stop. And I've really felt attacked recently. Ever since I did my code about the papacy and revelation, I felt so attacked, like you'll never imagine, where I've thought, I don't want to do this now because I've been struggling to breathe. I've had heart pains. I've had a lot of people coming at me, whether they're real or not. Just lots of people. And the devil wants me to stop. And I've been speaking with God, of course, not directly, not having a conversation, just asking for some answers. And my answer is this. My role is to reveal revelation. Whether it's biblical codes, sports codes, political codes, all right, whatever it may be, all the stuff that I do, the war codes that I've done, it's all going to connect. It ain't about illusion being a sports decoder or competing with that coder or that coder, or he got this one right, but he got that one wrong. It ain't about me. The code ain't about me. And it's hit me. The code ain't about the illusion. My role in all of this ain't about me. It never has been. I'm getting chills talking about it because I thought it was all about me and how smart I am and how much money I can make and how many people I can inspire. It was all about me. It ain't about me. And wow, I'm welling up because if you can approach my work as this is a guy who truly cares about the truth and he's trying to lead you to God or lead you to the truth or lead you to seeing through the illusion of society and the matrix and professional sports and politics. If I can be that guy, I ain't stopping. And I've been that guy for many, many, many people. So let's not make it about my hit rate. Let's not have the illusion come in saying I'm 83% in the NBA. I called this future and that future. And then somebody saying, yeah, but you missed that future. And you got that wrong. And it's just, nobody's winning there. Because again, the truth's no competition. So let me break this down for you. Before I get into it, I'll say hi to you all. Hey, Deception. Hey, MCS Plays. Yeah. And he said Arsenal wouldn't win at the beginning of the season. It was, my code was Man City for about 6 months. And there was stuff for Arsenal. We know what happened with Arsenal. All right? It ain't about that. The code was all there for City. It's pinned on my website if you want to read it. I can go through it. I already have. All right? It ain't about that. Again, if Man City win the league, it's, yeah, they're the best team in the world. So it don't mean anything to most people, me calling that. I could have done the most basic code, the most complex code for that, which it was. It will just get, for most people, they're the best team in the world, Adam. Well done calling Man City. And it's fine. I understand it. That's why I was like, looking, mate, could Arsenal do it? Will that wake my brother up? Again, it ain't about me waking people up. It ain't about me. If I approach it that way, then I'll just let God guide me. God's guided me to this point. The more I put my faith in him, like now, the more he's going to guide me. He's going to tell me what path I should be on. Hey, Resident Felon. Hey, Omar. Michael, much love. Adam's Lives are the highlight of my days. I appreciate you. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, they officially won the league. They can't be caught now. I'm going to tell you why. I said many times that the last game, it's going to go to the last game of the season. I got it wrong. It didn't go to the last game of the season. And I'm all right with that. It didn't. But I'm going to tell you why they won it today. All right? What you're going to have in the last game of the season is it going to be Leeds or Everton that stays up? That's going to be the debate. Liverpool aren't going to make that top 4. All right? Really disappointing season. I expected that to happen. I'm going to really break down that Liverpool-Villa game because it's off the charts. I'll tell you why Bayern Munich lost today. I'll tell you why City won the league without having to kick a ball. And I'll go through why Arsenal just stopped being able to play football. They were phenomenal. They were destroying teams. And then the whole excuse is Saliba got injured. They lost the centre-half who they sent out on loan recently. So that's why the season fell apart. Because of a central defender. Why have they stopped scoring then? Is he that good? He's not, is he? Man United with another 1-0 win. Go back to the beginning and say, I told you Ten Hag is going to get so many 1-0 wins. Or the Holy Spirit said, I said, watch out for Ten Hag. He's going to win so many games 1-0. And if you count up, tell me how many games he's won 1-0, Ten Hag. Just another one. Just do your codes after. If you do sports with the PayPal, we'll call you Zach. But exactly. I just want to let my spirit guide me, mate. Some might be before. Some might be during, some might be after, but it's about revealing it. I don't want it to be about odds. People always like they want the big odds. It shouldn't have to be about the odds. The people who care about the truth, they're not going to worry about the odds. Odds change, guys. The truth doesn't. Odds change. A team can be 5-1 to win a game and after 20 minutes be -200 to win it because they've got a 2-0 lead. A team can start off -700 and become +500 in the space of 70 minutes. Odds change, the truth doesn't. All right. Hey, Georgie, much love to you. Adam, don't feel you can save everybody. It's their time and their journey. Bang on. I'm coming to that conclusion. It's not my role to save people. I can provide wisdom and knowledge and passion and laughter. I can't save the person. They can only be saved through Jesus. I know that. It can't be me. It's not through me. Bookies made millions and Arsenal losing. I don't know. I don't know if they did. A load of people took City at the beginning. A load of people probably took Haaland. A lot of people would have took City when they were down. City were still favourites for the league, 8 points down. Me and Thomas Lockwood were just saying it's City's league. This was when I was all on 8 points down. And they're still favourites. And we both said, yes, because they're winning league. Again, decoding us, right? I think this guy's amazing. I'm starting to interact with him daily. He knows that he's led me towards Arsenal, and I've accepted that. For that time, his code was that good. I went a little bit off City. I was like, I hope Arsenal take this. And they didn't. He never once said Man City. He had Arsenal all season. And it was one of them where every week Arsenal just kept winning. And he kept having the most remarkable code. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then boom, the 8 points clear. Oh my goodness. And you're like, why was he got it? And I thought maybe if I just stick with City and just say, I kept saying it when Man City have won league, mate. He knows that. I kept saying it's Man City. He went, oh no. Look at this. And he kept sending me just the most remarkable things. And then the way I go, and then they've just stopped playing football. And Man City have just started killing everyone. They killed Bayern Munich. They killed Leipzig. They killed Real Madrid. But they can still get beat by Brentford at home. So let me get into this, all right? Celebrating people you don't know. It is truly crazy. It is. My family today, or the majority of them, are going to be absolutely devastated that Bradford City are not making the playoff final. I played at Bradford when I was younger. A load of my friends support Bradford. They've got season tickets. Close family members love Bradford. They didn't make it today. They got knocked out in extra time. And they'll be gutted. It'll be ruining their whole day. And why? Because they would have got promoted to League One to play slightly better opposition. It's still 11 guys against 11 guys. What does it all mean? Even when they do get promoted or relegated, what does it even represent? Other than ego or illusion? So, listen to this. Please listen to this. And anytime, do this today. Because I can't tell if you're enjoying my work other than the likes. Again, do me a favor and hit those likes. This ulcer's getting bigger. Anytime I say something that makes you go, whoa, just give me a woo. Today I coached, right? And 8 a.m., kid that I've known for 5 years. Watching his development's huge. And just for a bit of a laugh, we did a crossbar challenge because he's one of the best kids I've ever seen with the outside of his foot striking a ball. I was like, see if you can hit it halfway line then. Go on. And he was like, go on. All right then. Give him the ball. Listen to this. Let's do that again. His mum recorded it. She's a great player as well. All right. Listen to me, a 37-year-old. There's no one else there. It's me, Luca, and his mum. Nobody else there. All right. He hits the crossbar outside of his right foot. Listen to this guy, me, who's been coaching for 20 years. Listen to this response. This isn't to get into the Champions League. This isn't to worship somebody I don't know. This is a kid that I've coached for 5 years and watch him grow. So you won't be able to see this. It's on my Instagram. But listen to my reaction. Let's do that one more time because it brings me such joy. That ain't me. He struck it. It ain't fake with me when I go, yes, woo, when I'm doing my lives. It ain't some sort of ridiculous slogan and things that I do to get a following. So I'm there coaching. I'm not at home watching the Premier League or checking my phone to see who's winning. I was out there on the field, coaching, striking a ball, smiling. That's what I was doing. That's what you guys should be doing. If you have kids, go out and play with them. Don't sit in front of the screen watching players. Don't sit in front of a screen playing FIFA. Go out there and have a ping with your son, with your daughter, with your brother, with your dad. If you can. Don't give your energy to these people you don't know. You see them when they're coming off the coaches into the stadium. And you see all the fans like, will you sign this? Will you sign my shirt? Can I have a photo? Most of the players just walk past them and ignore them because they don't have a respect for the fans. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't have respect for these fans. You get it a lot. You get a lot of fans going, oh, that player ignored me. That celebrity ignored me. They should. What you're doing is pathetic. The idol worship, I think they're aware of it. Probably makes them cringe. It would me. I've told you when people are, oh, can you send me a book? Can you sign it? No, I won't. I won't sign it. What do you need me to sign it for? So anyway, let's break this down, all right? And I told you, give me a woo if I ever say something that makes you go, wow. So check this out. Man City win the Premier League. And why Liverpool are now 1999 in the league. 1999. Right, before I get into it, see what you're thinking here. If you're on my site, you know the answers. Why is it significant that the Reds, the Miz has already got it, but I'll say it anyway. Why is it significant that the Reds Liverpool just became 1999? And Manchester City just won the league. Can anybody tell me other than Dimez? Dimez is like the student in the class that knows all the answers. Why do you think I'm making a big deal that the Reds Liverpool in 1999? There you go. It's the year Manchester United, the Red Devils, won the treble. All right? And we know who's Man United's biggest rivals. It ain't Man City over the years. It's Liverpool. It's always been Liverpool. Okay? So you look at Liverpool's record, 1999. It ain't an accident. This has been planned from the beginning by God. All right? Not by the Masons. Masons wouldn't have the brains to do this. So what I will show you here is why I code, why you should want to code at this level, and that this code and wisdom can change your life if appreciated the way it should be. It's changed my life. I was speaking to my mate Pedro, Chelsea fan, Mexican guy. I told him I found Christ. He said, "What's wrong with you? Do you need to talk? Is everything okay?" He sees it as a curse. It's the biggest blessing of my life. He can't comprehend that. He was like, "I'm watching Bradford. I'm watching your beloved Bradford." I said, "They're not my beloved Bradford. I don't care if they go up." He's watching it. And he don't understand why I wasn't or why I didn't care. He thinks there's something wrong with me. Why is it when you find Christ, people like, "Are you okay?" It's when I found the code and I was revealing everything. "Are you okay?" Yeah, I'm growing. I'm flying. All right. Why crawl when you've got wings, baby? So Liverpool versus Aston Villa. I swear down, I put on my notes that this game was going to be a draw. Didn't post it on my website because last night I was just feeling like, I can't be bothered with this. I only did the Fulham and Palace game for Palace not to lose, to do with Roy Hodgson, who coached both of those teams. I was like, this is going to be 1999, but whatever. Let's just see, because if it is, I'm going to reveal it. That was my mindset, and it was. So Liverpool came into this game with Villa 19-8-9 for the season. And again, this isn't about me, but I coded Liverpool to beat Leicester to go 19-8-9. And if you see the code or watch the video, you understand why. The Hillsborough disaster was a fatal human crush during a football match at Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield, South Yorkshire, England, on the 15th of April, 1989. That was the anniversary of the Titanic sinking, involving Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. So number one, it was at Hillsborough. Jamie Vardy was playing for Leicester when Liverpool became 1989. He was released by Sheffield Wednesday at age 16. All right? And that game with the Hillsborough disaster was Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. In 1989, Liverpool came into this game today, 1989, the year Forest ensured their survival in the Premier League by beating Arsenal. I'm not seeing any woos here, guys. Just give me a couple of woos, you know what I mean? I need them. I need the energy from you the way I give you energy. Just give me a couple of woos so I know we're on the right page here and you're appreciating what I am saying. So just a couple of woos here and there, not all the time. So Liverpool ended on 3 draws and 3 losses the year they won their only Premier League title, which was with Jurgen Klopp. And they won the 2022 FA Cup 33 years after the Hillsborough disaster. That's all I needed to predict Liverpool to win the FA Cup last season before the tournament began. It's like they're going to win it 33 years after Hillsborough. And I had a couple of other things that made sense. And they knocked out Nottingham Forest in the quarterfinal on the way to winning it. And the Hillsborough disaster was Liverpool against Forest. And the Hillsborough disaster was at the home stadium of Sheffield Wednesday. Did you just witness what they just did in the League One playoff semi-final? They were losing 4-0 after the first leg, and they won the second leg 5-1, and they won 5-3 on penalties. How interesting. Hey? How very interesting it is. So, Nottingham Forest just ensured that Manchester City won the 2023 Premier League season. Now, let's focus on this Liverpool-Villa game and how often, by the way, number 9 makes it 1-1 like 9-11. Shown people that. Number 9, Firmino, who I've coded numerous times. Played his last game at Anfield today. Of course he scored. Okay. So number 9, Firmino, the Brazilian, where the Christ the Redeemer statue is, makes it 1-1 in the 89th minute in his final game at Anfield. Did it under a German manager, Klopps 616, which is the alternate number of the beast. The fall of the Berlin Wall occurred on a date that can be written 9/11/89, the 9th of November 89. Number 9 made it 1-1 after 89 minutes, German coach. The construction for the Berlin Wall began in 1961 on 13/8. Revelation 13:8, a verse not enough people talk about. This is why, guys, don't dwell upon the earth and worship the beast. Listen to this verse. Revelation 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. I want to tell you something very important with this verse and how I portray that verse. Because if I can use sports to lead you to God, that makes sense to me to want to continue. If I didn't see any purpose in it and it was all about money, I would stop right now. I would stop today. But God's told me I'm on the right path. I'll say it again. Revelation 13:8. The construction for the Berlin Wall began on 13:8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So when it says here, those who dwell upon the earth shall worship him, that's people in love with the world, with the job, with the home, with sports, with celebrities. Just they're in love with it. They don't have God in their life. So they're just dwelling here on the earth. But then it says, whose names are not written in the book of life. Hand on my heart, I believe this is not something that's already been done. This is not a case of, well, your name's not in the book. Give up. It's done. Anyone can be written in that book if you give yourself to Jesus and you look to follow his 10 commandments. All right? You might say to yourself, well, I'm a drug addict. I'm addicted to porn. I cheated on my wife. I'm homosexual. All right? There's no way I'm written in the book of life. I wouldn't do those things. If you repent and give yourself to Jesus, guys, you can find your name in that book. You can find your name in the book. That's how I see that. We all have that opportunity to have our name written in that book. Now, all this talk of the Berlin Wall. Big shout out to Decoding Us. I found this. Hertha Berlin, at bottom of the Bundesliga. I checked. 26 points. Queen equals 26. She was born in 26. She became the queen on 2/6. She died 2 months and 6 days before King Charles's birthday. She died 101 days before the World Cup final, the 26th prime, which Messi won in his 26th World Cup game. It's 26 letters in the alphabet. God equals 26. My Patreon got taken off me 2 months and 6 days before my birthday. So, number 41, Jacob Ramsey. Jacob has a huge role in the Bible. Ramsey connects to the ram, which connects to Jesus. Jacob Ramsey, just fulfilling his role in this scripted world we live in. He scored Villa's goal that gave them a lead at Anfield, where Liverpool are phenomenal at Anfield. I think they've only failed to lose once in 42 games. And Man City, so you got number 41, Jacob Ramsey. Again, why is he wearing 41? Because he has to, because of the script. Not by man, because it's scripture. He has to wear that 41 jersey. Man City have just won the league a span of exactly 41 weeks after their opening Premier League game of the season. And the season Liverpool won their only Premier League title, they won 41 games in all competitions. Now, 9/11/2001 occurred on 41 date emoji pure. 9 plus 11 plus 20 plus 1 is 41. Do you recall when Liverpool got beat 7-2 by Aston Villa? Again, it had to be fulfilled. So Jurgen Klopp, who's the head coach of Liverpool, he retired as a footballer in 2001, the year of 9/11. Never forget that England went to Germany and beat Germany 5-1 10 days before 9/11 in Bavaria, which is the home of the Illuminati, which was founded on 5-1. Number 10, Michael Owen, scored 3 goals. So I'm going to stop for a moment because I'm about a third of the way through. Let's check if there's any woos. Guys, the knowledge that I have from the Holy Spirit is profound. It's profound. It ain't mine. Everything is God, all right? I'm just merely spreading the word of God. Just like, and again, I don't want to compare myself with these people, but I'm just giving you an example. At this point in my head, I'm doing what Isaiah's doing. All right? Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Timothy, James, Peter. I'm spreading the word of God. I don't know if he chose me. I'm sure they asked the same questions. Why me? Noah probably asked the same questions. But if my gift is to reveal the code, that's hopefully going to reveal revelation. And when you accept revelation, you find God. Then keep going, Adam. Whether you make $1,000 a month, $2,000, $10,000, $20,000, $500, whatever it may be, just keep going. You're on the right path now. I quit gambling. I stopped watching sports. I'll still put these sports codes out. I'll look for them. I want you guys to look and go, right, let me look at the league table. Let me look, okay, that could happen with that historical event. Let me mark that down. All right, so you're actually learning. You can actually learn through these sports, guys. You can learn. If you take the money element out and the gambling element out, it's a joyous thing to do. Now, listen to this. Thomas Lockwood got everything right today. He did about 11 codes. He got 10 right, apart from Liverpool. He had Liverpool to win. Everything else was right. In this Brentford and Tottenham game, he literally called all the goal scorers. These were the only players he coded to score in that game with Brentford and Tottenham. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let people hear. I'm going to play the numbers. So listen here. Listen here. This guy's a really good guy.
So the Harry Kane one, why?
The first audio here, he called Harry Kane to score. Number one, every man and his dog's going to say, great job, mate. You called Harry Kane to score, yeah? Scores most games, especially at home. So it's not going to reveal much, but this is what he had for Harry Kane. So ignore the fact that he said Harry Kane and how many goals Harry Kane scores. Listen to why. Listen to why he thought Harry Kane was going to score. All right?
9 weeks and 6 days until his birthday. The Queen died at 96, but mainly the reason why I liked Kane was because today is 68-day numerology pure, and which is connected to wars, and Harry Kane was born on the anniversary of World War I, which is the day leaving 156 days left in the year. And there were loads of stuff for 9/11 today as well. So I just thought Harry Kane's going to bang. Just when I saw the 96, that wasn't enough. But then when I saw that it was 68-day numerology, I was like, yeah, Harry Kane.
So all of that for Harry Kane. He also missed the fact that Harry Kane's name is 156. And Harry Kane, like you said, was born on the anniversary of the war beginning. He was born on a day leaving 156 days left in the year. So he had Harry Kane, all right, done. Probably, for those gamblers out there, it's probably about even money to score. All right, this next one. Jesus Christ is the Lord and all of our personal Savior, only if we give ourselves to him.
So this Johan Wisser, oh, I've never heard of him, but I just looked into him. Someone told me to look into him for today's game because I thought I didn't think Spurs would win because obviously Ivan Toney's been banned and everyone's going to go, oh well, they haven't got a striker now. So I thought, right, well, Wemmer will probably score. So I'll come to that one in a minute. But then I looked at this Wisser as well, and it was 15 weeks, 1 day until his birthday, 151st prime. 151 is the 36th prime, which is the 66 try or something like that. I don't know. I always you're young now, but he was also born on a day leaving 119 days left in the year, like 119, 11-9, like 9/11. So I thought that's connected. He's connected to 9/11 as well. So I thought that's why I went with him. Or that's why we're going to go with him.
That was about 3-1 for those who bet. But it's the 9/11 connections. This next one, last one.
And Wemmer, whatever he's called, his birthday is a span of 11 weeks, 3 days. So that's connected to 9/11 as well, isn't it? Because that's the coronavirus declaration date. And the COVID and the 9/11s, the 3/11s or the 113s and the 9/11s, they all go together. They all connect together. So I just thought possibly him as well, you know what I mean? I thought it's either going to be about 9/11 or it's going to be about COVID or it's going to be about both. That's why I went Harry Kane and one guy and Harry Kane and the other guy. And I was going to put them on as doubles and I was going to put them on as a triple as well, but I decided not to bet, but I was going to put them all on to score.
So what, YouTube's freezing? Of course, because they know YouTube. I told you that AI is demons. Artificial intelligence is demons, guys. The algorithm's demons. There ain't man behind the algorithm. It's impossible for man to be behind the algorithm. All right. Well, they got people all over the world watching every live stream to say if they say something that goes against their community guidelines. No, it's demons. They know right now. I've told you they've been coming for me. They know I've got clarity. I'm going to continue the gift that I have, but it ain't about winning money. If I get a pick wrong, if I do a pre-code and it's wrong, I'm not going to feel anything anymore. I'll tell you why I got it wrong. I'll come and say, hey, this is what I missed. That's what happened. Okay. Are people going to mind if I get a pick wrong if they don't bet? I'll go back to the stream, Ajax, in a minute about football. If I get a pick wrong, are people going to care if they gamble? Not gamble? Is it going to hurt them? Yes or no? Shout out to Ajax. It isn't. If it's about the knowledge, you're not really truly going to care emotionally about the win and losses. You're going to go, wow, that's profound. So let's get back to the football then. Queen Elizabeth II died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. She was born on the 111th day of the year, which is 4/21. Look at Dortmund in the league. All right, 21 wins, 4 draws. She was born leaving 254 days left in the year. 9/11 is the 254th day of the year that leaves 111 days left in the year. And she died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. Corona means crown. The crown has now gone to Charles. So today is 520. Just know that 25 times 4 is 100, 5 times 20 is 100. The square root of 100 is 10. Of course, 10 Hagen is Red Devils when 1-0 again. So today is 520, and it's 5 months and 20 days after the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, which I've told you, the Berlin Wall, the construction began 13/8/1961, but the fall of the Berlin Wall was on a date written 9/11/89, and number 9 Firmino made it 1-1 in the 89th minute. Queen died on 8/9, the 8th of September. So today is 520, 5 months and 20 days after the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Queen Elizabeth's funeral was 520 days after Philip's. So if you haven't read my Queen book, you'll see how hugely important the number 52 is and how hugely important the number 520 is, 52 times 10. Remember when they originally told us Elizabeth's funeral was going to be 10 days after she died, and then they changed it to 11. So the 520 came in because her funeral was 520 days after her husband's. Now, Queen Elizabeth II died on 8-9, and Liverpool stayed on 8 draws and 9 losses in the league for 7 Premier League games. Liverpool won 7 games in a row, and I said to keep an eye on that happening because I said they'd go 19-8-9, and they won 7 in a row. And this is Klopp's 7th season. And that run today ended, 7 straight Premier League wins ended today with a 1-1 draw. Again, number 9 made it 1-1, 9-11. Today versus Prince William's favourite team, Aston Villa. Their nickname's the Villains, guys. And Villa just moved up to 7th in the league. Remember, Messi scored 7 goals in 7 World Cup games and won the World Cup 7 days before Christmas. Again, I will tell you all this right now. Nowhere in the Bible does it say Jesus was born December the 25th. So if you're a Christian out there, if you're celebrating Christmas, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. As a believer or a non-believer in Christ, why are you celebrating Christmas? What a question, eh? Let me ask that question again. It gave me chills. I feel the Holy Spirit in me right now. If you're a non-believer in Christ, a non-believer, why are you celebrating Christmas? Which is supposedly the date Jesus was born. If you are a believer in Christ, you claim to be a believer in Christ, why are you celebrating Christmas when there's no talk of Christmas within the Bible? So that is a question for all of you in the chat. And I'll wait before I move on. And I'll ask it one more time. If you are a non-believer in Christ, why are you celebrating his birthday? If you're a believer in Christ, why are you celebrating his birthday that has never been written in the book? Let's see what answers you got for me. Yeah, Lockwood's amazing guy. He's more of an amazing guy than an amazing coder. He's just a great guy and a great dad. And he's going to stop with this. He said next season I'm not going to place one bet. He said loads of people are going to do that. I'm telling you, loads of people are going to stop. They're going to see what's really playing out here, and they're going to stop betting. They're going to want the knowledge because the Bible's all about knowledge and wisdom. It ain't about betting and winning money. So I love the music, vibes, presents, and gifts, all honestly. So again, it's all about greed and gluttony. A lot of Christmas is about envy. Christmas promotes so many of the 7 deadly sins, it's off the charts. But it's very easy to say, well, we can get our family together, we can exchange gifts, we can have a nice meal. Why do you have to do that on December the 25th? Why? Because you've been programmed to do that? And why me, who's now getting called a Scrooge by everybody over the last 2 years because I don't celebrate Christmas? I'm a Scrooge. Guys, that's programming from the mainstream media that program you from top to bottom. I'm not a Scrooge. I'm spiritually aware. I have high levels of discernment. I will not celebrate Christmas for the reasons I've given you. My reasons are far more justifiable than somebody saying, well, I like the presents. Why can't you go buy yourself a present? Why most of the time when you're buying people gifts, you spend just as much money buying them than what you receive anyway? You almost cancel each other out. I've done it with my sister. Do you know what made me laugh? Like with my sister, for Christmas, I'll give her 20 quid and she'll give me 20 quid. So we'll exchange cards, which don't mean anything. A rip-off, a complete rip-off. Why do you have to say Happy Christmas through a card? Why can't you go up to somebody and look them in the eye and say it? Same with Happy Birthday. Happy birthday, give them a hug, shake their hand, give them a kiss, whatever. Why do you have to give them a card? Why do you have to put money in it? So I'd give my sister 20 quid. Merry Christmas, sis. Oh, thanks, bro. Here's yours. It's almost embarrassing. Oh, cheers, sis. Open the card up. Oh, 20 quid. So I've just basically got my 20 quid back. You've got to see the comedy in it all. Guys, it's like they're charging like £3 for a card now. Why do you need to give somebody a card? I remember at school when I was younger. So like it was all about ego and who was popular. So I would always be given Christmas cards. The popular people are given Christmas cards, aren't they? They get invited to the parties. It's just the way it is. The less popular kids, they're not given Christmas cards. Although if you're going to give out a Christmas card, you should give it out to everybody in your class. And it was one of them. It's like, why didn't you get me a Christmas card? It's ego. What are you going to do with it? Place it at the side on your table and then throw it away the day after? It's ego. It's ego, it's greed, it's gluttony, it's envy. That's what Christmas is. So let's please stop with the whole thing. It brings the family together. You could do that every day of the year if you wanted to. Most families, if they wanted to. And why don't they? Tired. Got to focus on kids. Gonna go watch Champions League. All right, I'm going down to local boozer. You can do it. You can. I think most families in the Western world can at least meet once a week. If they live within a 30-mile radius of each other, at least once a week they can meet up. They just don't. I know a prime example is my family. My family are amazing and we're close when we're all together. I speak to my mum and dad more than all my other family members put together. I'm the other side of the world. When I went to England, staying at my mum's house, my brother came round once. Once. He lives 5 minutes away. Lives 5 minutes away. Well, I can't because I've got that. Like, what are you up to, bro? Oh, I'm watching United. You want to come round, hang out? No, I'm watching United. There you have it. He had a choice. And then you always get people saying, oh, I wish I would have done that whilst he was here. I wish I would have given him more time. I wish I would have done this and done that and said I loved you more. Too busy wrapped up in your own life and the matrix. Do I booze? Yeah, occasionally have a couple of drinks. All right, that's not going to put me in hell. Yeah. Occasionally have a couple of beers. That's, again, that old judgment. People say, wait, you're a Christian, you preach God and you still drink and you still do this and you still say that. They don't get it. There's a lot of those Christians where you're, I don't want to be around that Christian, man. It's just preaching at me. And they're hypocrites. They're preaching everything. And they don't act on what they're preaching either, most of them. So for me, it's to have the true faith in Jesus Christ, to desperately want that connection with God and the wisdom and the knowledge and just to help your fellow man. And I can do those things. Cheers, Brian. Birthday cards in the same house is cringe. It really is. Don't you love me? Don't you love me? You didn't buy me a present. Do you know how many people around Christmas as well, guys? They get heavily stressed. They get really stressed. Sorry, I'll go back to the code in a moment, but you know how I work, guys. I just speak from the heart. People are taking out loans to buy gifts they can't afford for people to receive the gifts and not be appreciated. It happens so often. People working extra hours to make just enough money to buy the kid the phone that they crack the next day. That's not what this is about. I understand the whole be around family. Guys, I'll tell you this as well. Again, I love my family a bit. My average Christmas day was this. Hey, Joseph, much love. Just briefly going over Christmas, because it's never mentioned in the Bible. My average Christmas day growing up was this. Well, let's talk about when I was from about 16 to 22, because then I left to the US. I'd always go out Christmas Eve with the lads. All the time. Christmas Eve, I'd go out and get like blathered. I'd go party till 5 a.m. on Christmas Eve, not knowing where I was going to wake up the next day. Not an alcoholic, just a party animal. All of my mates. All right? I was cool with that, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'd wake up Christmas Day, more often than not, at home. So I had to show a bit of respect. Sometimes I didn't. I'll save that story for another time. But I'd get up. My mum would scream, Adam! What? What's going on? Adam, get down here now. We're opening presents. This is like 11:30 a.m. Wildly hungover. Slept for about 5 hours. Head spinning. I'm like, oh, jeez. Okay. Presents are already under the tree. And all. It's a pagan celebration. I've shown you all of that. I've done a video about Christmas. Purely pagan. In every department, it's pagan. Christmas Day is Nimrod's birthday as well. Notice Green Day have an album called Nimrod, which connects to Satan. So I'd go down there and sometimes I'd be in my clothes from the night before I'd drunk that much. Or I'd be in my pajamas or whatever. So I'd go down like this, like hey, Adam, Merry Christmas. I'm like, Merry Christmas. It's like, I've always been a bit of a Scrooge, the Grinch with that. I'm like, Merry Christmas. I'm like, who's going to open the gift first? And there's always one, isn't there? Oh, me. Okay, go on then. I'm just sat there thinking, I hope this takes like 10 minutes. And I bet the gifts that I've got that I'm not going to like anyway. So let's go. Adam, it's your turn to open a gift. Oh, cheers. Thanks, Mum. Appreciate this. Open it up. Pair of black socks. Oh, cheers, Mum. Really appreciate them. I'll add them to my other 100 pairs. Thank you. All right. Here you go, Mum. This is from me. Oh, thanks, son. Thanks for the Toblerone. Delicious. No, my pleasure, Mum. I love you. Merry Christmas. All right. Brother opens one. I'm thinking, I hope he's got something shit. Please. Again, the ego in me. They wanted to just go at him, to give him shit, just to witness his face. And he'd get like a link set or something. He'd go, oh, thank you. I really like this one. Like, he'd never wear it. And then we'd go upstairs and he'd be like, oh, God, Lynx Africa, it stinks like piss. What a joke. And I'm like, yeah, look at me. Do you want my black socks? So we'd have a laugh about it. Like I got like decent gifts here. That I'll never forget getting a pair of red Puma Kings when I was at Bradford City, boots. And I walked around the house in them when I was about 12. And I wouldn't take them off. I was so happy. I was like, okay. But in general, most of the gifts I got were shite. My sister once got me a giant box of out-of-date Jaffa cakes. I never let her live it down. I said, what you get me this year? Out-of-date Jaffa cakes again? She's like, Adam, I didn't know. I'm like, okay. Out-of-date Jaffa cakes. I was like, what's this? Like, is it Jenga set or something? Nah. Jaffa cakes, which I don't like, and they're out of date. Cheers, sis. Merry Christmas. So, listen, it's a joke of a celebration. Yes, it brings the family together, but like in my case, I'd open the gifts, I'd go upstairs with my bro, I'd go lay back down again, I'd turn on the TV, he'd ask me if I want to play Pro Evo or whatever, might have a game of pool, have that Christmas dinner. I'm hungover, so I'm not enjoying it. All right? Just feels like stodge. Open up your box of celebrations. Oh, there's the roses. Oh, there's the quality streets. Oh, do you want a matchmaker? No, I'm stuffed because it's gluten-y. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. Do you want another drink? No, because I'm hungover and I've already had 7 beers. And tomorrow is Boxing Day and I'm planning on going to the pub to put on an accumulator. So I want to have a bit of energy. Go there, Boxing Day accumulator on, get all excited, watch the games, lose money. Oh, great. Oh, great. That 30 quid that my dad gave me has just gone on an accumulator. Oh, that was wonderful. And then before you know it, it's New Year's Day. You're like, shit, I've got to go back to a job that I don't really want to do. All right, celebrating the new year in the winter, which makes no sense when everything's dying. And then we go again. Like, I can't wait till Christmas again. Really? So you can watch The Grinch and Home Alone again? Can't you watch that in April or May or June or July either? Shite movies like that. Why do you have to watch them on Christmas Day? It's just, I can't buy into it. I can't buy into it. So, again, if we're celebrating the life of Jesus Christ, if that's what Christmas is all about, why are we giving each other gifts? Oh, it's to do with the three kings. It's nonsense, guys, Christmas. It's an absolute joke. Anyways, I don't know why I got into that, but I did. Liverpool's 1999 record now ensures they have 66 points. Of course. 66, the 11th triangular number. They get to 66 points after drawing 1-1. Of course, see it all the time. Number of the beast equals 66. Church of Satan was founded in 66. The book of Revelation is the 66th and final book of the Bible. 6 times 6 is 36. 666, the 36th triangular number. How interesting that all the clubs that Klopp has coached for come out to the You'll Never Walk Alone anthem. He coached at Mans for 7 seasons. They got relegated in his 7th season. They come out to You'll Never Walk Alone. It's the devil when you break down that song. I'll do a video about it. He coached for Dortmund and he finished 7th in his 7th season with a team that pretty much always finishes 2nd. And in his 7th season with Liverpool, he's had an extremely disappointing season. Liverpool failing to win a trophy, make a major final, and they're likely not going to make the Champions League. Despite almost winning 4 trophies last season, Klopp always does well in his 6th season. Historically, he does well. Guys, he nearly won the quad last year. He was born 616, the alternate number of the beast. That's why he does well in his 6th season. He suddenly can't coach in his 7th. So if you're a Liverpool fan watching, what have you got for me? You lost Mane. He's doing nothing at Bayern Munich. Mane goes to Bayern Munich, right? They get humiliated in the Champions League, and he's on the bench. So he's not even good enough to get in the starting lineup. They get humiliated in the German Cup. If Dortmund win the next game, Bayern Munich are 2nd in the league. So those Liverpool fans will say it's because we lost Mane, world-class player. If he's so world-class, why can't he get into a Bayern Munich team that's having its worst season in about 15 years? Why? Liverpool, you signed Núñez. All right? You're supposed to sign these world-class players. Have we seen you in a major final this year? You're 2nd favourites to win the league. You're the 3rd favourites to win the Champions League. You're the 2nd favourites to win the FA Cup and the League Cup. You're almost nailed. You were like 1 to 10 to make the top 4. What happened? And how come Klopp can just suddenly at the end of the season win 7 games in a row? Did he sign anybody? How did he beat Man United 7-0? A team that's going to finish above them. Yeah? How did Liverpool beat Man United 7-0 and Man United are going to finish above them in the league? You don't have to be a genius with numbers. You don't need to know triangular numbers and Fibonacci sequences and all of history and be at the level that I'm at to ask these type of questions, do you? Do you? You don't have to be a genius. You have to be open-minded. And then somebody like me, as long as you're open-minded, me can get you to a whole new level. If you're not open-minded to the code and what I'm saying and what I'm revealing, I can't help you. I cannot help you if you don't want to be helped, and if you don't acknowledge the code, and if you don't ask questions. I just can't help you. It don't matter what I show you. It don't matter how successful I may be. If I was to predict the games and continue doing it, it will not matter. I'll only be able to help you if you want to help yourself. Okay? You have to be open-minded to anything in this reality. But we've been programmed to be closed-minded and to accept rather than question. Just look at the education system. Just look at the education system. How amazing the education system could be, and how it's become an indoctrination camp. So Klopp coached at Mainz and Dortmund. If you look at the fixture list in the Bundesliga, the last game of the season for Borussia Dortmund is against Mainz. It's Klopp's two old teams. Remember when Klopp got to the Champions League final with Dortmund and they lost to Bayern? And you had the whole thing of Lewandowski against Raus. What? 9 against 11? If you see just how camp Lewandowski is and how camp Royce is, how camp these players are as well, you should be asking questions about that. How camp Firmino is. They're beyond camp, guys. Again, growing up in a football environment and changing room, just pure lads, man. Proper lads. Talented footballers, lads, and like real men. Where have they gone? Where are they hiding? Where have they disappeared to? You know what I mean? You're seeing these players now coming out in the pink boots and their dreadlocks and lipstick on and perfect teeth. All right, look like they've been on sunbeds. What's that got to do with being a good footballer? Know what I mean? Coca-Cola, God gives you free will. That's the whole purpose of life. You've got free will. So, check this out. Number 9, Firmino, ensured Liverpool got their 9th league draw and stayed on 9 losses. 999. England's emergency dialing code is 999. Now, what number was called during the Hillsborough disaster? 999. Now, shall we go back to earlier in the season, where number 9, Firmino, got the man of the match against Bournemouth in a 9-0 win. In their first game since, the 9-year-old was shot dead in Liverpool. And then Harvey Elliott and Carvalho did a gun celebration shortly after. Shall we talk about that? I've already done it. I've already shown you that. The day after Liverpool won 9-0, Celtic beat Dundee 9-0. What's Celtic's anthem? You'll never walk alone. Correct? Yep, and they were 9th in the league. 9. The number of completion, because it's the last single digit number. So, and then Liverpool destroyed Rangers recently in the Champions League. Destroyed them at Ibrox. Who recently coached for Rangers? Steven Gerrard. Who's the biggest legend at Liverpool? Steven Gerrard. Why is Kenny Dalglish been at all these major tragedies as well? The Ibrox disaster, the Hillsborough disaster. Kenny Dalglish is always there. And he wins the league with Blackburn. Somebody sent me a link yesterday. Shawn Michaels. He went to go watch, he called them the Blackburn Rovers. Not Blackburn Rovers, the Blackburn Rovers. He went to go watch them the season they won the Premier League. And he claimed to be a Blackburn fan. It's deeply ritual, guys. All right, there must be some sort of rituals going on as well for this to all be happening. It ain't just man's completely being used oblivious to it either. They're not completely in control of the code, but there's people in the world that are partaking in satanic rituals to get to where they are. And they're speaking blasphemy to get to where they are. Let's keep going with the nines. Prince Philip, the husband of Elizabeth, the father of Charles, he died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. Just know that Liverpool beat Bournemouth 9-0. Number 9, Firmino, got 2 goals, 3 assists. 2/3 is 66.6%. Did it against Bournemouth. Now, who did Ten Hag's Red Devils just beat? 1-0. Making it practically extremely difficult for Liverpool to make the top 4. Man United need to lose both games and Liverpool win. All right? Man United are going to have to lose to Chelsea, which they probably won't do. And then they'll have to lose the last game of the season, whoever they're playing. They ain't going to do that to Ten Hag. It's too high up in this system for him to lose back-to-back games. So let's have a few more 99s, shall we? Arsenal's game today versus Forest, which led to Man City winning the league, who's always been Klopp's biggest rival whilst being in England. That game lasted 99 minutes. 99. So again, as a football fan, all right, why are we having so many 99-minute games? Today in the Bradford City game, went to extra time, they played 15 minutes, one half, 15 minutes the other. There was 7 minutes added time in the second half, which lasted 15 minutes. 7 minutes. Why are so many games going to 99th minute? All stuff I said before the season began. Look to see lots of games go to 96, 97, 98, 99 minutes this season. And they'll say it's VAR. And it ain't. It's all about Revelation and Queen numbers and Philip numbers. Remember, the Queen died at 96. Originally, 96 people died at the Hillsborough disaster, which became 97. The Queen died in the 97th year of her life. Prince Philip died, age 99, 99th day of the year. Elizabeth died on 9/8. So it's like, look, 96, 97, 98, 99, it's going to be all over. And all these games are going 6 minutes at a time, 7 minutes at a time. The fans don't care because they're being entertained. And there's been a goal. So all the 99s. Yeah, I think City win the treble. It's on my website. Again, Man United won the treble in 1999. Liverpool's record right now is 1999. So, yeah, I do. I think City will win it. And if they don't, they don't. I'll figure out why they didn't. But I think they do. I've posted it a while ago. I ain't going to come doing a live. I said Man City win. I ain't bothered about doing that. I'll tell you why. I'll read the code. I told you Man City, Premier League season ends on Phil Foden's 23rd birthday, the 9th prime. Number 9, Haaland got the golden boot. All right, it's all there. It's coded on my site for you to learn from. You might have profited financially, but my word, this knowledge is priceless. It's priceless, man. All the 9/11 stuff, 156 prime. When was Salah born? 15/6. He's the one that made them get these amazing records in many, many ways. When they get these crazy stats, Salah's always involved. Mohammed Salah, the Egyptian king all goes back to trying to take out Jesus. Cool Jesus, newborn boys, wanted to get rid of them in hope of, that was the Pharaoh, the Egyptian king. That's Salah, his nickname. Not even a good footballer. Don't care what you tell me. Watch it. Just watch how many times he gives the ball away. That he goes 20 minutes without getting involved. Premier League match of the day player, like a lot of them. Same with Harry Kane. Watch your 5-minute clips of him. He looks like a world beater. Watch him for 99 minutes. What's he do? So you want another 99? Who's Liverpool's Merseyside rivals, guys? Who's Liverpool's Merseyside rivals? Who? Nope. Merseyside rivals. Everton. The Toffees, all right? Both founded by John Holding, 33-degree Freemason. One guy founded both Liverpool and Everton and was smart enough to put them against each other. Because there's more money in that. There's more money when there's rivalry, yeah? That's why in wrestling, they don't have two faces, two good guys against each other. They need to have a face and a heel. So this John Holding founded, Google it, he founded Liverpool and Everton, the clubs. There's Masonic lodges outside both of them. He was a 33-degree Mason. Another reason why I said Liverpool would win the FA Cup 33 years after Hillsborough disaster, because John Holding was born in 1833 and he was a 33-degree Mason. Loads of stuff. So now Everton, guys, how do I only have 46 likes? I was watching a live stream yesterday. I think it's called Noah something. He has about 100,000 people listening to him speak. Every second it was like, he had about 700 likes, but I guess I only have 75 people here, according to the algorithm. So Everton just played against Wolves. Again, I've told you these people are wolves in sheep's clothing. They're false prophets. What happened today? Somebody in the chat. What happened in the Everton Wolves game? Tell me what you saw. So I need a break. What happened in the Everton Wolves game? I think Liverpool will have a new coach next season. I think Chelsea will do well next year. They'll get a new coach. And it'll be Pochettino. And they'll do well. So got all the money. By the way, Chelsea's home record this season in the Premier League is 6 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses, and they've spent 666 million. It's all there. Right, there you go. Didn't watch, but goal in 99th minute. Is it all coming together for you? Everton equalised in the 99th minute. The day that Liverpool became 9 draws and 9 losses in the league after number 9 Firmino equalised. Now, Adam, can you play central midfield like Iniesta? Yes. Absolutely. I actually love that role. I have more touches than anybody. Growing up, obviously, striker was all about scoring goals. I had a couple of years where coaches put me in that position. Rarely, I've told you this. Vinny would do it occasionally, Vinny Jones. Some of my other coaches, they go, you're so good on the ball, just go sit in the middle of the pack. I love it. I don't like playing in central midfield on a shit team. You know those teams where the centre half gets the ball and he pings it up to the big striker? That just winds me up. I don't want to play. If you put me in a good team that play out from the back or don't bypass the midfield, I love central midfield. If you put me in that centre mid and it's just long ball, I'll scream at the coach. I'll scream at my teammates. Say, this is shit. This isn't football. Being like that. Speak to coach. I've had coaches square up to me, ex-professionals, putting their head up to me because of what I said. Told them how bullshit the decisions are. I can't help it. I got in trouble this morning. I went to go coach a kid. And I didn't park where I was supposed to park. And so I turned back. I was like, okay, I'll come here. I said, no, you've got to go all the way around. It was like another 15 minutes. All I had to do was reverse like 5 seconds. And he's reported me to the school. I said, you're a joke. Couldn't help myself. Still got to work on that. Like, you're a joke. Like, there's no one here. There's no one here. I've reversed 5 seconds. But again, you give somebody a little bit of power who lack any type of confidence. You give them it. That's where you see these security guys outside bouncers. You see them like that. All right, son. Off you go, lad. You're like, what are you talking about? Why? You're not coming in tonight, son. Why? Why not? But I'd be with a girl. Why not? So I said so. Not wearing the right clothing, are you? What? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not wearing the right clothing? What's up? Yeah, sorry, not tonight, mate. Off you go, son. Smiling at me. I'm just like, oh my word! Like you just see it. You see these people. It's like what's the guy from The Office called? Dwight. When he got a little bit of power, just goes to the red because they're insecure, man. This guy, man, all they had to go, okay, just don't do that again. I'm going to report you. So, anyways, Yerry Mina, the Colombian, remember when he scored against Pickford for Colombia against England? They're now teammates. Like, how did Yerry Mina get to Everton? How did Ancelotti get to Everton? It's just a joke, really. Yerry Mina was born 23-9. Alto will know this. 23 is the 9th prime. He scored after 99 minutes. The guy born 23-9. 23 is the 9th prime. 239 is the 52nd prime. What's today's date? It's 520. Why do you think Pope Francis visited the White House on 23-9, the 52nd prime, and Pope gets you 52, and Pope Gregory is behind the Gregorian calendar, which is 52 weeks? Doesn't this make you go, oh, wow? The other day, I was coaching Daly. Phenomenal talent. 11-year-old, of course. And I was asking, I was like, you're always busy, aren't you? You're always playing or coaching or studying or doing, you're always doing something. I said, do you lose track of days? And he was like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. He said, I only really rest on like the 7th day, Sunday. I said, mate, Sunday's not the 7th day. It's Saturday. He's like, no, it isn't. I'm like, it is. He went, tell me why. And I broke it all down. And then I broke down the calendar. I said, how many weeks are in a year? He's really smart. He was like, it's 52, coach. I was like, yeah, how many seasons do we have? Like, there's 4. There's spring, summer, fall, and winter. I was like, okay, just quickly do in your head. What's 52 divided by 4? And he was figuring it out in his head. Not everyone can do that off the top of their head. He was like, and he couldn't figure it out. So I said, all right, what's 52 divided by 2? He's like, okay, 26. I was like, okay, and now what's 26 divided by 2? He's like, 13. I was like, okay, so what's 4 times 13? He was like, 52. And he went, so what's your point, coach? I said, how many months are in the year? I said, 12. And he went, oh my God, what? Why? That don't make sense. I was like, yeah. And then we got talking about when the new year begins, and it should begin in the spring when everything's coming to life. He was like, that makes so much sense. He couldn't believe it. So nobody's taught him that because the adults teaching kids in schools, they don't have a clue. Like they can teach the curriculum. They can have that connection with the child, like as a friend or a little brother or sister. But when it comes to like asking deep questions and questioning the reality, they don't exist. They're not allowed to, are they? They have to follow the curriculum. They have to grade the way they're supposed to grade. They have to give out homework the way they're supposed to. So they've become robots, a lot of teachers, even though they're good people. What about Kobe Bryant, who played his last ever game in the NBA on 4/13, and he retired 5-2 in NBA Finals? Four times 13, 52. Retired on 4/13, 5-2 in NBA Finals, guys. Like when you tell people to believe in flat Earth, people go into spasms, yeah. They're being wired. They're being programmed. It's like a computer. If you overwork a computer that's not functioning very well at the beginning, it gets damaged. It overheats. It breaks. It breaks. So if you read the Bible, you'll see that the Earth's not a globe. You'll see that there's no planets. You'll see there's no space because it's not mentioned anywhere. It's not a globe. There's talks of the circle. I can go over it all, guys. I can do a whole live stream on it for you. Liverpool's only league title win was when they won the league under Klopp, ending with, I'll ask the question. When Liverpool won the league, the Premier League, how many points did they finish on? Yeah, it's not round. There's no way. It's nowhere in the Bible does it say it's round. So, how many points did Liverpool finish on when they won their only Premier League title? Anybody? You can check. There you go. Now, give me a woo if that just blew your mind. With everything I've just given you about 9 and 99 and 999. Remember, the US's emergency dialing code is 911, 9 times 11. 99? Yep. We're getting lots of woos. I appreciate it. Liverpool, guys, they won the league with 99 points. Where they drew 3 games and lost 3 games. Remember, coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 3/11. 3 times 11 is 33. 33 times 3 is 99. 9 times 11 is 99. Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. The Queen died 911 days after 3/11. Google Revelation 3:11. Google Revelation 9:11. You know what? Actually, don't Google it. Get yourself a Bible and read it like we used to. When you wanted knowledge, you'd go to your friend for guidance, for knowledge. They wouldn't say, just Google it. You'd go to the library. You'd study. You'd go around and ask people. You'd be curious. You wouldn't rely on AI to tell you what the truth is. So yeah, don't Google Revelation 9:11. Don't Google Revelation 3:11. Buy a Bible. Best investment you'll ever have. We didn't need AI 40 years ago. Do we need it now? Only because we've been programmed to believe we need it now, the way that the system is. We don't need it. We don't need half of the things we think we need. Liverpool just stayed on 19 wins and 9 losses. Why is that significant? Anybody? Anyone in the chat? Why is it significant that Liverpool just stayed on 19 wins and 9 losses? Anybody? What comes to your mind? Why did Liverpool stay on 19 wins and 9 losses? Not the 1999. That's already been done. 19 wins, 9 losses, 199. Why is that significant? Anybody? Let's see. I'll wait. I'm going to wait till somebody gives me the answer. I'll be patient. It's a virtue. Nope. I'll give you a clue. Queen Elizabeth. 19 wins, 9 losses. What's 199 got to do with Queen Elizabeth? What's that number got to do with Queen Elizabeth? Anybody? If you haven't, guys, buy my Queen book, guys. To see through reality. Not her birthday. Her birthday is April the 21st. 1926 is when she was born. There you go. Brian's got it. Alto's got it. Not the day she died. The day she died is 8-9. That's why Firmino scored after 89 minutes. Queen Elizabeth's funeral was 19-9. Liverpool just stayed on 19 wins and 9 losses. Now, Tom Brady, who connects to Revelation, he played for the New England Patriots. What's Brady's connection with 199? Go for it. What's Tom Brady's connection with 199? The GOAT of the NFL, who's been to 10 Super Bowls, Won 7, lost 3. What's his connection to 199? Tom Brady. Alto's got it. Brady was drafted 199th pick. Round 6. All right, this next question's really hard. Really hard. What's Pope Francis's connection with 199? If anybody gets this, I'll be impressed. What's Pope Francis's connection to 199? This is next level. That's 133. That's when he became the Pope. Guys, in regards to you saying that, well, did the Queen die on that day? Was that really her funeral? You'll never know. We go off what's reported, correct? Or we could just say about everything. Did that war happen on that day? Did this person really die? Was there really a recession then? That ain't going to help. We go off what they tell us in our coded reality. That's given to us. That's when they told us she died. So, almost Alto. All right, I'll give you this. When was Pope Francis born? When was Francis born? Anyone know his date? His year was 1936, but what month and day was Pope Francis born? Nope, it wasn't born 1909. 12th, this is how I would write it. December the 17th, right? December the 17th, that's how I would write it. It depends where you are in the world, 1217. Now this number here, there, is this. Can I get a like and a woo, baby? Pope Francis was born 1217 on Saturnalia. Saturn has 7 rings like Tom Brady. Born 1217, the 199th prime number. Brady was 199th pick. Brady won his last Super Bowl 31-9. He retired 319 days before the Pope's birthday. He retired 46 days after the Pope's birthday. 199 is the 46th prime Catholic, gets you 46. What's LeBron James's current NBA Finals record, guys? What's LeBron James's NBA Finals record, which he very likely will stay on that, unless they're going to make it so blatant. What's his NBA Finals record, LeBron? 4-6. He'll probably stay on that, guys. There's all this code for the Lakers. I've posted code for the Lakers. I've told you all the stuff for Denver. I'll do that. I'll give you all the numbers. You pick. Some will have Lakers. Some will take Denver. Then there'll be happy campers here. Then there'll be sulkers over there. But ultimately, if it's about knowledge, we'll all be happy. Who's the current president? Who's the current president of the US? Joseph Biden, 46th president. How old was JFK when he was assassinated? Again, was he assassinated or was he not? How old was he when he was assassinated? JFK. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. How old was he when he was assassinated? That's a great... Yeah, he was 46. JFK was 46, and he was the 35th US president. Catholic gets you 35 and 46. Arsenal will win their next game. Whoever they play in their last game of the season, they'll win, because they'll go 26-6-6. I don't know who they're playing. I don't give a shit who they're playing, but they're going to win. And I think City will beat Chelsea tomorrow. I'll say it now, because I don't care. I'll say it. They'll do it tomorrow. And they'll beat Sterling's Chelsea. Connects to the financial system. The winning goal in the Carlisle-Bradford game, the guy who scored it, his last name's Barkley. What, like the bank? The player who got the winning goal today for Carlisle against Bradford, he's on loan from Stockport. And he can't play in the final now because it's against Stockport. The guy who's taken Carlisle to Wembley to play in the playoff final is not allowed to play in it because he's actually on a contract with Stockport. It's literally like someone's writing it. It had to be him, the Stockport loanee. Carlisle are now playing Stockport. Wow. Wild, funny coincidence, isn't it? It was just meant to be, and in many ways, I'm sure it was. You have to admit, Adam, these Netflix movies have good production, yeah? I don't own the TV Netflix, yeah? Incredible production. Predictive programming in all of them. That was an amazing stat, by the way, by Anfield Road. I didn't know that. Adam, I have an interesting stat for you. Arsenal, since the international break, 3 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws. Remember when they drew 3-3 with Southampton, who got relegated like I said they would before the season began? And Theo Walcott scored against his old club. Like, so many players score against the old club. How's Theo Walcott still playing in Premier League? Well, he ain't anymore, is he? If he somehow gets back up there, if somebody comes in for him and like, we've signed Theo for his experience. Theo Walcott's not a Premier League player anymore, guys. Man City documented 100 points, poetic. Question for you, Brian. Aaron Lennon, was he? Aaron Lennon will play on the right wing. Super rapid, super fast. He'd do the same move, drop his shoulder, outside of his right foot, burn it, whip in a shite cross 9 times out of 10. Was Aaron Lennon that good at E1? They built him up really young to be amazing. He wasn't that good. He was never that good. He was a very frustrating player, Aaron Lennon. He did the same trick, and his final ball was shit. But he'd be one of those players again. You're like, oh, Lennon got another assist. Yeah, but he put in like 25 crosses, and only one of them were half decent. So, when Man City won the league with 100 points, 2 questions for you. I don't know if Haaland landed on 56 goals, but I told you he'd win the Golden Boot. Before season, I said Man City League, Haaland Golden Boot. The code's on the site, it's pinned. So you can read it and learn from it. And you'll see why City have now won 5 out of 7 Premier League titles with Guardiola the year of Super Bowl 57, which was 57 days after the Pope's birthday. You'll see it all. All right, ignore about me about this guy said that and he never said Argentina. Yeah, I did. Like the code was pinned for Argentina for 18 months. So I did. There's videos. I just reposted it. So forget about me, but it's there. See how Argentina won the World Cup final. 3-3 it finished after extra time. My whole video is about Aguero retiring at age 33 on Diego Maradona's birthday. Diego Maradona, the stadium is named after him at Napoli. Napoli won Serie A, like I said. They won it for the first time in 33 years. And they won it in the 33rd game. All right. Let's look at Aguero, shall we? Aguero had a heart attack, yeah? Or chest issues. Man City's leading goal scorer, Sergio Aguero. If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won that Premier League title back in 2012, was it? Where they got their first Premier League title. It was Aguero who got the winning goal. So Aguero's retired. Well, he has. And he retired at age 33 on Diego Maradona's 61st birthday, the 18th prime. Argentina win the World Cup in the 18th appearance in the tournament. If Man City win the treble, guys, it connects to Aguero. Argentina winning the World Cup connected to Aguero. Who was Aguero playing for when he had issues with his heart? Who? Who was Aguero playing for when he had issues with his heart? Barcelona. Who just won La Liga? Who just won La Liga? Barcelona. Who's the coach? Who's Barcelona's coach? Who's Barcelona's coach? Xavi. Who did Xavi replace in Barcelona's first team? Who did Xavi replace in Barcelona's first team as a player? Who did he replace? Guardiola. Who made Messi the player he is? Who made Messi the player he is? Guardiola. Okay? Guardiola. Who did Sergio Aguero marry? Who did Sergio Aguero marry? Who did he marry? Anybody know? Satan. Satan, that's brilliant. That's hurting my ulcer, but that was fantastic. Aguero married Maradona's daughter. Correct. Who's the godfather to that child, Benjamin? They have a child called Benjamin Aguero. Who's the godfather? Messi. Messi. The Pope. Who won the championship? Who won the championship? The league below the Premier League. Who won the championship? Burnley. Who's their coach? Who was Burnley's coach? Vincent Kompany. Who was Guardiola's captain when he won his first Premier League title? Who was Guardiola's captain when he won his first Premier League title? Kompany. Satan. How many points did Burnley finish on? How many points did Burnley finish on in the championship? Nope. A lot more than 68. 101. 101. How many days before the World Cup final did Queen Elizabeth die? How many days before the World Cup final did Queen Elizabeth die? 101. 101 is what prime number? 101 is what prime number? 26. When Messi won the World Cup final, what number of appearances did he make in that World Cup final to break the record for the most appearances ever in the World Cup? 26. What jersey number is Riyad Mahrez, who won the African Cup of Nations and won the Premier League with Leicester City, got the hat trick that got them to the FA Cup final? 26. What year was Elizabeth born? 26. When did she become the Queen? February the 6th, 26. When was she coronated? 2nd of June, 26. When did she die? 2 months and 6 days before Charles's birthday. Okay. Vincent Kompany has been a centurion as a captain and as a manager. What national team did Vincent Kompany play for? What national team did Vincent Kompany play for? What's Belgium's nickname? What's Belgium's nickname? Anybody? Yeah. Red Devils. What's Man United's nickname? Red Devils. Go read my Lukaku code on the website, who played for both Red Devils, Man United and Belgium. So, again, this isn't about me being right here. I'm always on the right line. I might have somebody talk me out of this, but it ain't about talking me out of it now. If they can give me knowledge and feed me knowledge, all right, I'll give you this knowledge. You do what you want with it. So I can go on and on and on asking you questions. Mbappe, what record did Mbappe get when he scored those goals in the World Cup final against Argentina? What did he achieve? What did he do in that World Cup final? Well, he got 8. Yeah, he got 8 goals. He was the Golden Boot winner. Of course, Messi got 7. Number of the beast gets you 87. It's why the Lakers are 8 and 7 in the playoffs. It's why Boston are 8 and 7 in the playoffs. It's why Messi was born in 87. Number of the beast, guys. 8 times 7 is 56. Mbappe was the first player in 56 years to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. Last one was in 66, Jeff Hurst, where the final finished 4-2. Argentina won the World Cup final 4-2 on penalties. That's how long the beast reigns for. Mbappe in 2022 scored 56 goals in 56 games and became the first player in 56 years to score a hat-trick in a World Cup final. Society of Jesus equals 56. This year, Mbappe became PSG's all-time leading goal scorer with 201 goals. The Jesuit order equals 201. Jorge Mario Bergoglio equals 201. Catherine the Great saved 201 Jesuits. Messi resided in Hotel Room 201 when he won the World Cup. Pope Francis resided in 201 suite at the Vatican. The 2 World Cup finalists, France and Argentina, both had a 201 group stage record. Tom Brady threw 201 yards in his last ever Super Bowl. Event 201 talked about pandemics. I only believe you can understand what I'm saying if you're open-minded. Because in the ego part of me, I've told you the ego part of me is millions of people should be listening to me preach. And I've got 58 likes and 70 people. That's the ego side of me. And it still grains on me. But it's 71 people. It's not like it's one person or 2. Like it's still people, and it's people from around the world, and it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth it. Klopp's just an actor. He's fulfilling his role. So remember, Man United won the treble 24 years ago in 1999. Pep can do the same this season with Manchester City. 24 is huge. LeBron became the all-time leading point scorer in the NBA exactly 24 months after Brady won his last Super Bowl. LeBron matched Kobe's appearances in the NBA in the regular season exactly 24 months after overtaking him in the scoring charts. The Joker, Heath Ledger, he died exactly 24 months after Kobe's 666 game. So keep an eye on the Joker and Denver winning the NBA. That's all I'm going to say. I've talked about it in my private live. Just keep an eye on that. Lots of 24s. Kobe's jersey number, this amount of hours in a day. My mouth's hurting. Queen died on 8/9, the 24th prime. My teeth. Man City win the league on the 140th day of the year. Queen Elizabeth died 140 days after her birthday. Bayern Munich stay on 68 points in the Bundesliga on 68 date numerology, and World War I and World War II between England and Germany began on 68 date numerology. Sean, thank you for your Leipzig code to beat Bayern Munich. So I've done all of that code, right? And on my website, I don't have one comment. There's not one comment saying, oh, cheers, wow, that's mind-blowing, or thank you, wow. And that sucks a bit. But again, maybe it's my ego, innit? People have read it. Most people don't read the code if it's after the fact, Jack, and all of that. That sucks a bit, doesn't it? But you've enjoyed this live. Let's see what happens in the next month or so. See how these leagues end. See if they get the treble. But if they don't win the treble and people say you called the treble, I'm fine with it. I'm telling you what I've seen for them to win it. It doesn't mean they're gonna. But they've got one of them now, haven't they? They've got the league. They need 2 more. They need to win 2 more games. This is Man City. If Man City lose to Inter after destroying Bayern Munich, Leipzig, and Real Madrid, destroying them, humiliating them, and then they get beat by a team 3rd in the Italian league, there's definitely a lot of red flags there. But all they're going to do in the Champions League, they're going to massively build up how Inter Milan are so strong at the back. It'll be basically, can Pep's Man City break down Inter won't touch the ball. I'm guessing about 83% possession Man City. Inter won't touch the ball. They'll have a couple of chances though, won't they? They'll get a corner, they'll get a free kick. They'll have a few chances. But Man City are going to absolutely pound them. And the whole storyline is going to be, can Pep's Man City break the resolute defence of Inter Milan? That's all. That's the storyline done there. And I think they will. I think they win treble. I've got crazy fans for them. And the people saying Inter are going to win, that they don't give me anything for that. So I'm saying, just before I go, I'm saying Inter win. What else? City won't win treble. Like, I've asked you this nicely. Somebody thinks Inter win and Martinez gets a hat-trick against Man City, who never concede, really. Again, Martinez is going to win World Cup and Champions League, or it's going to be Alvarez. One of them does. So that's a big talking point they're going to go on about. Which Argentinian is going to win the World Cup and the Champions League? Like, remember, guys, all on my site, Alvarez and Haaland signed at the same time. Right before I go. Alvarez and Haaland signed at the same time for Man City. Last question. Guys, if you're new to the live, just hit the like, share my work, please. Retweet it. You've got to do it. I've learned that. Although I'm still on 10.5 thousand. Felt like a lifetime. What's the jersey numbers? What's the jersey numbers of Alvarez and Haaland before we go? Yeah, I did. I liked Bayern Munich earlier in the season, Brian. Yeah. I thought they were going to get their 7th Champions League win. They won the first 8 games. Called them all right. All Bayern's 8 first games, I got them right. Then they sacked the coach. They sacked the coach, Brian. I know you and I have had disagreements. I approach my work differently. Bayern sacked the coach. All of his numbers indicated they were winning it. They sacked him. They replaced him with Tuchel, who got sacked by Chelsea. All right, even though he won the Champions League with him by beating Pep's Man City. Tuchel was also in the Champions League final the day of Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday, where they lost to Bayern Munich 1-0, a club that Guardiola coached for. Yeah, I like Bayern Munich. Beginning of the season, Bayern Munich was my pick, 1,000%. Not going to deny it. There's no need to deny it. They sacked him. As soon as they sacked him, I told people, that's Bayern done. Because half of my code was the Bayern coach. He got fired. Tuchel comes in, the Nazi. He gets Bayern knocked out of the Champions League, thumped. He gets them knocked out of the League Cup, which they win nearly every year. And now they're potentially going to be second in the Bundesliga. So if you go and read my Bayern code, where I thought it was all about 7, there's a chance with Sevilla win the Europa League. They get the 7th Europa League, the 7 Kings of Revelation. I see all the 7s. I was seeing Klopp's 7th season. I was seeing all these 7s and connecting it with how Messi got 7 goals in 7 games at the World Cup, won the World Cup 7 days before Christmas. Seeing how big that number is. CR7 all over the news. So yeah, I did say Bayern. But Brian, it's no longer about me. This isn't about me and my ego and my hit rate now. It's not. It's what I'm revealing. The guy who got it right, yes, Alvarez wears 19. Haaland wears 9, 199, the Queen's funeral, all the 199s I've given you. I always put this information there, and now it's going to be about you guys deciding what to do with it. I'm at a point, if it's the Western and Eastern Conference finals, I'm going to be the guy, the teacher's going to go, listen, there's all of this for LA, because there is, when it gets to this level, there's all of this for Denver, there's all of this for Miami, there's all of this for Boston. And it won't be about you covering yourself. I ain't covering anything. I'm providing knowledge. I'm not covering anything. I'm not hiding anything. So then you put it out there, people interact. Joseph from Norway is like, well, for me, LA, best code, great value. I'm an LA. All right. You got Liam from Ireland. No, that Jokic code, the Joker and Murray, who played for Denver, and Joker shot Murray, and they beat Phoenix, and Joaquin Phoenix played the role of Joker. I'm all in on Denver. All right. The odds suggest it now. No. Then you've got Luis from Portugal. No, I'm riding Boston, Bill Russell. Boston marathon bombings. I'm going for that. The odds all season have said Boston. Tatum's going to win it, all right, because he was the All-Star MVP, just like Steph last year, the year before it was Giannis. He won it. I'm going Boston. Oh, guys, I'm all in on Jimmy Butler and that number 22, and the upcoming anniversary of 9/11 is the 22-year anniversary, and 22 is a master builder number. The Heat, the Lake of Fire, they're going to get the revenge for what happened in 2020 when LeBron beat them. I'm going Miami, huge odds. So you've got all these people providing knowledge. Someone's going to win, maybe, and maybe they're not. I ain't going to be the guy now saying, I think this team's going to win. So when I do these mind-blowing lives like today, I'm not going to get somebody come in and say, but you said Denver, but you said Lakers, but you said Phoenix, but you said Brooklyn, but you said Milwaukee. I ain't even going to say. I'm going to say, here's what I find. This is interesting. Do what you want with it. If you think that's enough for this team to win it, roll with it. That's how I'm approaching this work now. And if it's not enough for people, it's not enough for people, because they're getting more than they deserve from my website for the price that they pay. And they all know it deep down. And I've told you, the ones that leave always come back. My teeth is causing me a lot of pain, and my gum now. So again, going forwards now, there ain't going to be, I called that, I did that. I'll say it, but not in a cocky way. I'll say it and then tell you why I called it. Like I just did with Napoli and Barcelona and Argentina, which all won it. And I've shown you how it all connected. So you can see why I looked into those teams, why it all made sense to me. And you go, oh, wow, yeah, that does make sense now. No, but you said that and you said that. Yeah, I'm revealing information. And phenomenal information every day. That's what it is now for me. Reveal, revelation. Guide people on the journeys. Not be a prophet. I ain't a prophet. I ain't here to predict the future every day. To get no credit, to get no thanks when I do anyway. And to only get hate if I get it wrong. Next to no thanks when I get it right. Pure hatred when I get it wrong. The delusion, the fraud. You know what I mean? You won't be able to do that if I stop. If I approach my work the way that God's guiding me to do, and I just know that he's guiding me the right way, all you're going to say is, this guy, wow, this guy's pretty intelligent, he's trying to help us. Like, I can't really deny his information. That's where it's going to get with my work. It's almost there with most of you. Can't deny what I'm saying to you, but you can have a go at me if I'm wrong. And then disregard when I'm right. I'm not interested anymore in that. I predicted all this: City winning the league, Arsenal bottom, Forest staying up, United getting top 4, Liverpool not, and Leicester going down, and Dortmund winning in Germany. Brilliant, Alto. You're gifted. Dortmund haven't won it yet, though. I won't count your chickens there, but all the other stuff looks good. Leicester is still not technically down. They'll probably go down in the next game, Leicester. If City win the FA Cup and lose the Champions League. Next season wins only Champions League. I don't know. I've not looked at next season. Again, I don't know if I'll be coding next season. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be saying this team. I might literally go at the beginning of the season. Like, this is the numbers for that club and that club and that club. Teacher. So I'm a teacher, guys. I'm not a tipster. I'm a teacher at heart, not a tipster. Most gamblers, guys, they lose money, whatever they do. Whoever they follow, they always seem to find a way of fucking it up. Gamblers. I'll give you a prime example. You can win 7 bets in a row. I've said this to you all. You can win 7 bets in a row and you're up by 2 grand. You just made 2 grand profit. You get to your 8th bet. You put 2 grand on it. It loses. You've broken even, but you've got 7 right and 1 wrong. I've seen it happen to too many people. I've had situations myself on my journey where I won a significant amount of money. Bet, win, bet, win, bet, win, bet, win, bet, win, bet, win, bet, lose. I've seen it. I've witnessed it myself. So when it comes to the whole betting stuff, most of you, you're going to lose. You'll make a rash decision. You'll go all in on a game that you probably shouldn't have done. You'll bet on games where you weren't that confident. You'll not bet on the games that you loved. You just didn't feel right, or you're looking after your kid, and then you're, geez, I could have made 400 quid, right? I better bet on this game now and at least get some of it back. Then you lose. You're like, wait, I've lost money now? Not worth it overall, I don't think, gambling. I don't think it's worth it. Unless it leads you to where I am with knowledge and wisdom and God. It's not worth gambling. And most of you know it deep down. All right, this is causing me really chronic pain, so I've got to go. Cheers. My word. All right, somebody's asked me this one question, then I'm off. Guys, I'm struggling to speak here. I feel like I've been punched. Right, let me answer his question. JR. I wonder if it's the commentator from wrestling. Can I ask a question unrelated to football, please? And numbers, please. Okay, yeah, sure. We are grateful, Adam. You can't be 100% correct. Go on, JR. Give me a question. Sevilla Roma is very difficult. I think I posted Sevilla a while ago because of the 7 Kings riddle. But it's Jose's Roma. It's Vatican. I'm hoping Sevilla win. I'm hoping Jose and Rome go down. Screw the Vatican. I would ride Sevilla. I've not looked at the odds. I would take Sevilla over Roma. I don't know if they'll let Mourinho and Guardiola both win the same season. This might just show you. If Pep wins the Champions League final and Jose loses the Europa League final, which is below the Champions League, it just cements Guardiola as the better coach. I think that's what that's going to do. It's just going to cement Guardiola as the GOAT. So let me... Yeah, but funny person, they can drop to 3-3 in finals as well. 42 and 33 are both huge. 42s don't always hit. They often hit, they don't always hit because there's usually a 33 that can be involved. Well, come on, bro, if you have the question, because I'm in a lot of pain here. What's your question, bro? And I'll, Sarap, much love to you. I'll answer it for you. No, Ancelotti's 4-1 in Champions League finals. It's 4-1. It could have gone 4-2. It's 4-1. That's another reason why I didn't think they'd get there, because Kings 41. And they're the Kings of Europe. I didn't think they were getting there. I told you all of that. I had City. I got that semi-finals right in both legs for both semi-finals. People say, "Oh, you don't get." No, whatever. Anyway, all right. Do we have a question? I'm going to give him 30 seconds. JR, is it a girl? Looks like a girl. JR, let's go. No, well, I don't know. I'm not going down that route now with male and female. It's a waste of time. I figured it out. I've done my role with that. I've had people question it. It's a dead end for me now, that. It's a dead end for me. Cheers, Divine. Yastez. It might be a final between Pep and Mourinho, Champions League versus Europa League. Again, it's too perfect. I would go Sevilla. I would go Guardiola Champions League with Man City, and I would go Sevilla. And then you'll have England against Spain, and we know Guardiola made his name in Spain. He's Spanish. I believe it'll be Sevilla and Man City. But it could be Roma and Inter. I don't think they'll have two Italian teams. If there's two Italian teams, that'll be absolutely comical. If they do two Italian teams, and it's Inter and Roma in the Super Cup, you just got to have a little giggle and just go, okay, that's clearly all about the Vatican. It should not be happening. I don't think either Italian team win. I hope it's the fall of Italy. Well, not Italy, but the Vatican. They got the Euros, but they didn't qualify for the World Cup, did they? Fiorentina might beat West Ham, possibly, yeah. More chance of... If any Italian team's going to win for me, it's Fiorentina. You know, West Ham fans, they'll be getting all giddy now, and they're a club used to disappointment. They're just a disappointing club, West Ham. Don't really do anything, do they? Don't really do anything. I think this is the first major European final in 49 years. They don't do anything. They're just one of those clubs. They're always there or in Premier League, fighting relegation, and they always go on a run, and then they finish mid-table. I don't want to be a West Ham fan. The fans are really delusional as well. So they're all going, we're going to win, we're going to win. Fiorentina will probably spank them or something. And then Declan Rice, by the way, wears number 41. I've done a code about him. Don't underestimate that number 41, the age Kobe died. 9/11, date etymology. Declan Rice wears 41. Why on earth would your captain wear that number? Why is he not wearing 8? Or why is he wearing 41? Anyway, JR's here. Right, I'm going after this. Oh. I've experienced receiving messages which felt like a good thing, like seeing into the future, and I also experienced what can only be described as evil. What are your thoughts on this? Like, there's spiritual beings contacting you. And to have no fear of them. Have no fear of them. I don't know the connection you have with them. But I would just, if you're fearful of them, pray. If you're not, try and communicate with them, although you're not really supposed to communicate with demons or angels. I don't know, mate. I can't answer that. Sorry. Fiorentina win, Roma has to win. It's not that simple, mate. Have a cold beer and enchilada. I don't know if I can deal with a cold beer. Yeah, Yasti, but that's Liverpool against Chelsea. That's the best league in the world, England. This is an Italian league really struggling. Inter Milan are playing the best team on the planet. Nobody comes close to Man City right now. They're the best team on the planet. There's no close second to Man City as of now. Inter Milan, yeah, they did well beating AC Milan, who have had a mediocre season in the league. I'd be hugely shocked. Roma winning Sevilla, you're not going to be shocked. But I don't think they do. I don't think they do Jose against Pep. And I don't think they do Italy against Italy in the Super Cup. So, could they do Inter versus Sevilla? Yeah, like how many people are going to watch that? If it's about that as well, how many people are going to want to watch Inter Sevilla? They'll definitely want to watch Roma Man City because of those two. It seems too blatant. Unless we are at the end time and it's just all being fulfilled. Whatever. I don't know. So, whatever you decide to do, I'll give you information like I always do. And I don't know, John, I don't know who's going to win the next Champions League. I'm not doing it for that now. I don't know. I don't know who's winning this one. I think it's City. I don't know. Soon I won't care. Like, literally won't care. But I'll still look into the numbers for you, but I really won't care. I'm getting baptized the Champions League final, guys. That's all you need to know about me. Cheers. Before I go, guys, if you're just in the live, ping that like for me and share my work on Facebook, on Instagram, whatever else you have. I don't even know what other social media there is. Twitter. Just share it, man. Like, why am I getting one retweet every time, man? Warm salt water, okay. Okay. TikTok, yeah, put my stuff on TikTok. I refuse to sign up to TikTok. I just don't like how it promotes short attention spans. I don't really want to do that. That's why I won't go on TikTok. Not for security reasons or shit like that. They know everything about us, these demons, pretty much. But I don't want to be the guy doing 30-second dramatic videos. Although it probably would get through to people, but I don't know. Why don't you guys get my work and make your own? If any of you are out there with a TikTok channel, go on my website, take some of my codes, break it down, and make a video. Don't give me credit. You don't have to say it's me. Truth, no competition. Get some of my numbers that I throw at you. If you've read my Queen book, my Kobe book, my World Cup book, make together a little presentation for your TikTok channel. Did you know? Take credit. All credit goes to God, but take credit. I don't want to do TikTok. You can do it for me. It doesn't have to be about me. This code doesn't belong to me. Okay, cheers, guys. Cheers. And my website link's in the description if you want to support what I do and learn to see through the illusion and learn how to code and be around like-minded people. The link's in the description. $10. Give it a try. If you don't like it, cancel at the end of the month. It's well worth a try. Definitely worth a try. Whether you want to stay there or not is your decision. I'd recommend giving it a try. Not for your $10, because it's going to help you in many ways if you're open-minded. Cheers. Take care. Much love, and God bless you all. God wins, guys. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. I don't know. I know I won't. Kenya's day off, and I'm going to church. Speak to you on Monday. Ow. Cheers. Bye.